Pythagorean theorem. All right. It's only true for right angles. That's one thing you need to know about Pythagorean theorem before you actually learn Pythagorean theorem. It only works for right angles. Three things you need to know. This is a leg, and this is a leg of a right triangle. Right? Legs touch the right angle of a right triangle. The right triangle is called that because it has a right angle. So legs touch. The hypotenuse is opposite of the right angle. The hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. Okay. Once you know those three, now you can do Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So know the difference between legs and hypotenuses. Okay. There's only one hypotenuse on a right triangle, and it's the opposite of the right angle. All right. Write this down. This is the actual Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. If I square one of the legs and add it to a square of the other leg, all right, that gives us a square of the hypotenuse. All right, so I'm just going to say this is A and this is B. Okay, the legs don't matter. Okay, I could say this is B and this is A. It doesn't matter. The only one that matters is that C is the hypotenuse. Okay, C will always be your hypotenuse. So we square one side, we square the other side, we add those together, that will give us a square of C. Okay? So that's, if we know two sides, we can find the third side. Okay? If I know the length of two of the legs, I can find the length of the hypotenuse. If I know the length of one of the legs and the hypotenuse, I can find the other leg. Alright? So write this down. So I'm going to say that 10 is A, I'm going to say 24 is B, and C I don't know, my hypotenuse I don't know. So what I do is I do A squared plus B squared, that's going to give me C squared.
676.
10 times 10 is 100. 24 times 24 is 576. Okay, what is 100 plus 576?
676.
So 676 equals C squared. Okay, so now what I do is I square root both sides to get C by itself. Does anyone know what the square root of 676 is? No. It is 26.
Oh, so close.
Okay, now, as you know, what could also be the square root of 676?
2.
Okay, let's think about it. What's the square root of 9?
3.
What's the other square root of 9?
2 plus 3.
Say it, Genesis. Negative 3, right? So this could be positive 26 or negative 26. But could I have a negative distance?
Yeah.
I could. No, right? I can't go a negative distance. If I was to measure this room, would we get a negative number? No. Okay? So the only answer I can get here is positive 26. So C is 26. Write these down. We have B is the unknown. Okay? My A is 7. 15 is C. They give us the hypotenuse. So what I need to do is I need to write Pythagorean theorem, which is A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and plug in what I know. I know what A is, so 7 squared. I don't know B, so we leave it as B squared, and C is 15, so 15 squared. 7 squared, what is it? 49. 15 squared, does anyone know?
225.
It is 225. Now I need to get B squared by itself, so we solve it just like normal. We subtract 49 first. 225 minus 49 is 176. So B squared is 176. I take the square root of both sides. The square root of 176 is 13.266499916. So I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth. I'm going to go B is 13.3. And that's my answer. Now the book's answer, it goes to the hundredths decimal place, so it's going to be 27. Okay? Easy enough.
Can we put
All right, write this down.
the matter?
C squared equals A squared plus B squared. The triangle is a right triangle. Okay? If Pythagorean theorem is true, then the triangle has to be a right triangle. Because Pythagorean theorem only works for right triangles. Right triangles have to make Pythagorean theorem true. So determine if this is a right triangle. Okay? What we do is we plug these sides in to Pythagorean theorem. We see if it works. If it does, it's a right triangle. So 9 squared plus 12 squared. See if it equals 16 squared. What is 9 squared? What is 12 squared? What is 81 plus 144? 225.
No,
What is 16 squared?
not 225.
256. I'm right, Coach.
Does 225 equal 256?
No.
That is no. So is this a right triangle? No. If they don't equal, then it's not a right triangle. Let's do 30, 40, and 50. What is 30 squared?
9. Oh, I'm saying 9. Is that right?
It's 900.
Did you say 90?
Yeah. I did question.
What is 40 times 40? 1600. Okay, what is 900 plus 1600? Or 900, yeah, plus 1600.
30,000. I don't know. 37,000.
How about 2500?
30,000.
What is 50 times 50? 2500. Do they equal?
Yeah, they do.
Then this is a right triangle.
200.
Okay?
I don't know what I was doing.
As now, something that the book kind of doesn't, we don't cover. Okay, 3, 4, and 5 is what they call a Pythagorean triple. Okay, that's just where it's a common number for right triangles. One side's 3, the other side's 4. Okay, so the leg has to be 5. Okay, they're equal to each other. So 3, 4, and 5 is a Pythagorean triple. Okay.
Can I go get a big drink of water?
You getting ready?
Here's your assignment.